Are we on?
Go.
Yeah, we're on.
Oh, we're on. Alright.
Oh my god.
Hello. Oh my god, you didn't say anything. Hello, welcome to game 3. It's gonna be a PvP Ohana on Ohana. In the bottom right, we have Cold Flame, the yellow Protoss, who plays for Team XO. And we have oGk Tiny to the top left, and the blue Trunks playing Protoss as well. Now, what do you think about this probe coming out so early for oGk Tiny?
Oh, this could definitely be some sort of 2-gate or cannon rush or something.
Oh my. Funny, usually when players are chatty, like Tiny was, talking about Dr. Pepper and whatnot, usually means cheese.
And we see the proxy pylon come down.
I'd expect Cannon Rush at this point because that's pretty far away.
Yeah, you could definitely sneak it in closer, especially on Ohana. Ooh, but this actually might be a good choice. Cold Flame's checking everywhere except for where Tiny put it.
Oh my.
So this could actually be a fantastic spot, considering he knows he's going to be checking.
And when you check around, you know it's much less likely that it's going to be cheese. Yep.
Oh, proxy 2-gate.
And since you're the specialist, I'm going to let you take this one. I'm going to let you talk about what is the proxy 2 gate.
Well, the proxy 2-gate is a quick zealot rush that comes and tries to hit the Protoss player before he really has any other units or can make units quickly. And if it's not scouted, it's really deadly.
It looks like it's just gonna be one with gas. Proxy stalkers of some sort.
Oh, I see. It's probably a fake 2-gate. He's trying to scare the other guy into thinking he's 2-gating and putting it far enough away and close enough to his base that he can defend it. So the guy's gonna freak out that there could be a proxy 2-gate.
Yeah, this is the Tiny I know, and I should have expected this because he's all about the meta game.
Yep, and Cold Flame taking a second gas. It looks like he's probably gonna go for either 3-gate robo or some type of blink play.
What do you think's going through Cold Flame's mind right now? Because he sees the cyber, but no gateway.
Since he sees the cyber, I'm sure he's just gonna scout everywhere for the gateway so he can hopefully kill that and set Tiny back.
Second zealot. I think he's gonna go with 2 zealots here. Ooh, and a stalker. Alright, I see.
Yeah, you need the stalker or another stalker can just kite them all day.
Now, no second gas coming down, and it's past 24 supply. 21 supply, I should say. Oh, there he is. He sees it. He sees the 2 zealots.
He sees them coming, but this stalker will come out just in time. That these zealots really shouldn't do much of anything.
Would Cold Flame be thinking this is a really bad proxy 2 gate, or...?
He's not gonna think that because he did see the cybernetic score.
See that stalker taking a bit of damage, and these zealots are just gonna go for as many probes as possible. They're being micro back. Only 2 dead so far, 3.
Yep, and I don't really agree with that play, saving the 1 zealot, but not trying to save the other. Like, I think had he had that other zealot, he could have been doing so much more here.
Stalker can pop out. Oh, and he grabs one more probe before the zealot dies.
Yep, if we check the units lost tab, Cold Flame lost 6 probes to 2 zealots.
It's not that great of a trade, but then again, that gateway and pylon are in the middle of nowhere. It's just a matter of looking where he hasn't looked yet in order to kill it.
Yep, and we actually see a robo coming out for Tiny, along with 2 more gates.
Yep, standard 3-gate robo, most likely going to be an expand.
It's been a very nice build from Tiny, actually. He's up a whole 5 workers right now.
I definitely have to try that out on ladder.
Yep, his tech is just ahead at this point. The robo just coming down now for Cold Flame, and Tiny just giving himself a huge lead at this point in the game.
What do you think he's gonna play defensively, or just grab an immortal and push?
It's too early to tell at this point.
The gateway being found to the right side by Cold Flame.
Yep.
3 stalkers can pick away at it.
Yep, and that makes me think he's gonna play defensive, because after losing that gateway, I mean, or at least having it depowered, he can't really do any type of strong push.
I think Coldplay might be thinking of putting on a little pressure because the proxy's up. He's checking for an expansion. Doesn't find one.
He does see this immortal though, and that could scare him.
I'd be scared. But no pressure. He walked in 3 sentries at home. It should just be a little poke.
Yep. And actually, wow, supply block tiny. That's really not good. And he's putting down the robotic space, so he's gonna go for a 1-base Colossus.
Perfect. Nothing like an intense micro game with Colossus in it.
Yep. And we actually see Warp Prism being made from Cold Flame, so it looks like he wants to go for some push right now before Colossus.
It does look like it. And those 4 sentries, that just screams dropping in the base and force fielding your ramp to keep your units out. But if Tiny doesn't expand, I don't think that's going to do much of anything.
Yeah, and with such an early robotics bay, I don't think he will expand.
Oh, and it's just going to be a Zealot drop while pushing at the front.
Actually, it looks like Tiny wanting to go for a Warp Prism himself.
Huh. I can't believe he just went Thermal Lances before the Colossus. It's really strange to me.
Well, he had his Warp Prism coming out, and actually, spots the other Warp Prism and needs to drop
Warp
immediately.
Prisms collide.
And meanwhile, Cold Flame is pressuring up the side as well. And this drop is going to do almost nothing. Actually,
he is warping more. Oh.
Yep, and actually saves his immortal that was getting targeted, so he keeps maximum life.
Oh, all the units sneaking in, but he definitely needs those immortals in this fight, because that's not a number of units to frown at this point.
Yep. And actually, warping in Zealots in the back, too.
And this could be trouble. Force fields in this area are definitely a problem.
Yep, actually picking up the Zealots and dropping them on the Stalker is a very nice play.
Oh, wow. Same with that immortal. Yeah, so Warp Prism definitely a big part in this fight, and I don't think Tiny's lost too much. I mean, it's pretty even if you look at the...
Yeah, it's very even, and a Colossus is about to pop out for Tiny, and that is huge. Nothing being produced right now for Cold Flame. He is all in.
Mm-hmm.
And actually,
I don't know if Cold Flame can stay in this game much longer.
No, definitely not at this point. I mean, if Tiny pushes now, he will win.
If he can hold this expansion, I just don't see him holding it, to be honest. And that one Colossus is so huge.
But Tiny needs to push now. He's not producing anything out of his Robo or anything, so he needs to push now.
That Warp Prism's definitely a nice pickup there.
Definitely.
I really don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, Tiny's really confusing me right now. He's not expanding, but he's not pushing either.
I think he'd want to make another Colossus, even though he can't afford one at the moment. There goes that Observer. No, I just build some pylons, build some Zealots, and go. Break the force fields at the Colossus.
Yep, if he doesn't push soon, he's gonna lose his timing.
Actually, just expanding out of this, I don't think this is the right choice at all.
No, if he doesn't do any damage soon, he's gonna be behind.
Wow, and just greedy a bit by Cold Flame, just not adding any more gates or a... Oh, actually going into Charge Lot Archon, my bad. Too accustomed to the support base for Colossus.
Yep, and he will go into Charge Out Archon, and that, I don't think it's a terrible choice, although you do see Colossus already coming out, so if you know you're going to get beaten Colossus, he's going to have to push soon with a Charge Out Archon, or at least before he gets a critical mass of Colossus, because Colossus should eat up Zealots.
Oh, that Observer seeing the buildings in Cold Flame's base, he knows it's going to be Charge Out Archon.
Yep, and he sees all the sentries, and I'm not sure why Cold Flame built so many sentries if he knows the Colossus can break them.
Yeah, I don't know. Just one Colossus right now, and really, I guess he has this Warp Prism over here to drop in the main while pushing, but it's not as strong as an army I think Tiny could have if he hadn't expanded.
Yeah, or if he had just pushed right away, the army for Cold Flame would have been much smaller as well.
Sorry?
Tiny's army does beat this army, though, if he pushes now.
Oh yeah, those sentries are just going to get absolutely roasted.
Yep. He's still being very passive, though.
He's waiting for that +1 attack that's back at his base, actually.
Yep. And I'm not sure if I agree with that choice, actually. I think even if he picked it up midway through the battle, he still would have been just as strong. Actually, probably stronger because the Archon wouldn't have been ready, and this Archon's going to play a huge role in this attack. I'm actually waiting for the Colossus, though, so...
The drop in the main with the Zealots now.
Yeah, pulls back most of his army. Oh, and that...
Oh, wow.
Archon getting targeted down right away, and with 2 Colossus and all these Stalkers and Immortals, this push can be deadly.
I think this is over right now. Unless those Colossus are really poorly handled. I mean, here comes the War Prism, the War Fan at the front. And just... You can just micro back all day.
Tiny being very passive, not wanting to run up the ramp, though, and actually forcing Coldflame to run down the ramp.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow, I can't believe...
army getting roasted.
Why? Just barely. The probes have just gotten back to mining. Charge is nowhere near done. He's only on 5 gates now.
Yep, probes are being pulled. Coldflame's very worried at this point.
You know you're in trouble when you have to pull your probe line against Colossus.
Yep, good game, well played, and Tiny takes game 3, putting oGk up 2-1.
Not a bad game at all.